Imagine returning from a quiet weekend getaway, only to find your backyard transformed into a beige fortress of storage sheds, courtesy of your neighborhood tyrants. No heads up, no permission, just 15 gleaming units squatting on your soil like uninvited guests at a potluck. And there, beaming like she'd just won the lottery, stood Gloria Hargrove, the HOA Queen Bee, her pastel cardigan screaming authority while her words dripped with smug entitlement. In the sleepy suburb of Willow Creek, where picket fences hid a web of petty rules, I was that unlucky homeowner. Let's call me Alex Rivera, a 42-year-old graphic designer who'd inherited this strip of land from my late uncle. It was my quiet escape, a buffer from the HOA's nonsense. But rumors had swirled for months, whispers that I was a recluse hoarder, neglecting the property, spread by none other than Gloria herself. I ignored the gossip, sipping my coffee and watching from my porch as neighbors shot sidelong glances. But this was war disguised as community improvement. Gloria waddled over as I stared in disbelief, clipboard in hand like a weapon. Alex, darling, isn't it fabulous? We've maximized this underused space for everyone's benefit. Her voice was honeyed poison, the kind that masks a knife. Underused? This is my land. Gloria. Deed and all. She chuckled, waving a manicured hand. Oh, sweetie, our surveys show it's in that fuzzy gray area, adjacent to the common greenbelt. We've mowed it for you twice last year. Consider it a favor. And those units? Already rented out at $800 a pop. Funds for new playground equipment. Of course. Trickle-down community spirit. I bit my tongue, nodding politely while fury simmered. She sauntered off, humming about upholding standards, oblivious to the storm brewing. Days blurred into quiet reconnaissance. I dusted off the original deed from my attic safe, crystal clear boundaries, predating the HOA by a decade. Whispers grew louder. Online forums buzzed with Alex the Squatter tales, fueled by Gloria's leaked emails painting me as the villain. He's letting weeds overrun our vista, she typed, rallying her minions. I smiled inwardly, filing a discreet complaint with the county assessor. No permits, no problem, the clerk snorted, confirming the builds were rogue. They're treating your dirt like public parking. I waited, letting them collect their illicit rent, while the inspector poked around, shaking his head at the slapdash concrete. Gloria's emergency memo to residents? Routine checks, nothing to see here, folks, but her voice cracked at the edges, that polished facade starting to peel. Tensions boiled over at the emergency board meeting in the stuffy clubhouse, where Gloria presided like a discount dictator, flanked by yes-men in khakis. Alex, we're all neighbors here, she cooed, eyes darting. This mix-up, easily fixed with a little compromise. I slid the deed across the table. Compromise? You mean after you pocketed $10,000 from my backyard? Murmurs rippled. One board lackey stammered. But property values. Gloria's cheeks flushed beet red. You're obstructing progress. This is for the greater good. Think of the children. I leaned in, voice steady. Greater good? Or your slush fund for those executive retreats? The room froze. She sputtered. How dare you imply? But the deed spoke louder, exposing her gray area as blatant trespass. The climax hit like a freight train. Armed with an attorney, sharp-tongued Lisa, who unearthed Gloria's shady ledgers, we froze the HOA accounts. Audits revealed embezzlement, funneled rents to phantom vendors, even a kickback scheme with her shady contractor cousin. Gloria's desperate plea over coffee? Alex, let's settle privately. You're ruining lives. Her tears were theatrical, but I replied coolly. Ruining? Like how you branded me a deadbeat. The DA pounced. Fraud. Theft. The works. Gloria's arrest went viral locally, Her mugshot a masterpiece of deflated ego. Pastel cardigan rumpled. The board crumbled, residents revolted, dissolving the HOA in a landslide vote. In the aftermath, I reclaimed my land, turning those slabs into a community garden. My rules: no fees. Gloria, facing 5 years, stripped of her throne, reduced to whining appeals. Neighbors apologized. The whispers silenced. Justice tasted sweet, like watching a bully trip over their own shoelaces. But here's the kicker. Was Alex truly the victim? Or did his silence early on enable the monster? You decide, right or wrong.